Hello, it's Sunday. I'm with Mr. H. It can only mean one. Who's incidentally wearing his lovely fire.
Yes.
The time's available. They're very exclusive. What I want to talk about, Mr. H, is a subject which might be deemed as controversial, but I think balance needs redressing. Now, you hear a lot about toxic masculinity. We hear very little, if nothing, about toxic femininity. In my experience of women, I've been no angel where women are concerned, but I have experienced, how shall we say it, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. A woman will be far more vindictive than any man, and they will go further. You know, historically, you have some really evil women like Rose West, killers like that, women who've killed their own children, other people's children. And I wondered, what's your thoughts on that, about how we're kind of branded toxic males? And, you know, but it's all...
I would say it depends. Like you said, again, it's one of those, just as not all men are bastards, not all women are bitches. But, you know, I used to see a lady, going back now, 20 years, 25 years?
Yes, I do.
And she was an head case. I found out that when you're young and you're full of virility and all that kind of stuff, she, nothing was off the menu, so to speak. But that came at a very heavy price. And she'd play head games. I remember one night, so we'd had a bit of an argument, and it always ended in an argument. And she went in taxi rank crying. So all these big meatheads who probably thought they were going to get the leg over with, there was, what's up, love? I've had a fallout with my boyfriend. It was all out looking for me.
Yeah.
And I was unaware of this. As luck would have it, I was one that used to walk on some strange, weird ways.
I mean, like we said, you can't generalise all women are bad. Like that, but the ones that are bad are particularly fucking vindictive. I remember one night shortly after my mother had died, me and my friend Simon Thomas, then friend, I might have recanted this tale before, was manning her own business in a chip shop in Wigan Friday night, 11 o'clock. This woman and her husband started attacking me for my YouTube videos when I had a channel, before it got deleted, and said, Wigan deserves better than you, and you want to throw yourself off some tall flats. And then we just sat down and ate our chips, and she was trying to convince this big meathead to come in and beat us up, just because she took exception to my videos, and that's it, kind of, basically. And also on the toxic masculinity front, Andrew Tate made an interesting point. I mean, toxic masculinity has its place. Now, when you're on a battlefield, you don't want an army full of men who are probably with blue hair, who drink soy milk and are in touch with their feelings. You know, you want a battlefield full of fucking herd bastards and just alpha males, or as close as you can get to that. So it has its place, kind of thing, you know. But I just wanted to redress the balance, because all men are toxic, but some women are toxic, some women aren't, and just want to open a conversation about toxic femininity. You know, not all women are Snow White.
I'm sure every bloke out there who's watching this will have experienced some form of that toxic femininity, to be honest.
I actually think Medusa in Greek mythology is a critique on the dark side of women. Mm-hmm. You know, there was a lot of psychology in the Greek myths, and morality tales and things. And I actually think there is that element. But no, let's expand. Can we expand on this? We're only 4 minutes in because we're on a time limit. I think women nowadays, I know Mr. H is settled and I'm not on the dating scene anymore, but from my friends who are, I've gathered that women now become very entitled, and it's very much become a woman's market in the dating scene.
I think it's always has been.
And even women who aren't all that, as they used to say, now have a manifesto of what they expect from a man. You know, there's lots of videos of this where men go interviewing women. What do you expect from a man? And to be an average-looking woman, he's got to have money, he's got to have a car, he's got to have looks, he's got to have this, and you think, what are you bringing to the table here? You're basically bringing that between your legs and a pair of breasts, and what else have you got apart from that? You know.
To be fair, sir, some of these women though that are self-entitled, they literally wear their heart on the sleeves. You'll see them walk around with these T-shirts on, and they'll say something like "expensive" and talks back. You know, and you think to yourself, well, they're telling you up front.
I saw this woman post this thing the other week, and it was like, "Stay single, guys, unless you're ready to pay this £200 a month nails, £200 a month lashes, £500 a month expenses for drinks with the girls."
See ya.
And you're thinking, and she worked in a fucking care home wiping asses, and you're thinking,
no, she's just average as well, sir.
Yeah, exactly. And you're thinking, who the fuck are you, love? You know,
it's not nice to say this, sir, but let's be honest. It's like you owning an house, and it's a shit tip, and you're saying, "I want £1 million for this," and people are just going to take a look at you and go,
"Yeah."
Same if you have a knackered old fucking Vauxhall fucking Sophia on your bloody driveway, and you're saying, you know, well, I expect the fucking full market value for this. You're not going to get it.
I mean,
and it's the same with women. If you're average looking, you've got to cut your cloth accordingly. As do men. I'm not just having a go at women.
You know, it's a massive red flag, isn't it? When they start, are you going to pay for my nails and all this kind of thing, and it is what it is. But that's just our.
Yeah, but what does me, sir, as well? If you turn around and said, "I know you're going to have the tea on the table for 5 o'clock when I come in," you beast, you horrible man.
It's how we're at now, isn't it? But that's just our thoughts, basically, on femininity, toxic femininity, and modern women. Not all, like I said, we're not tearing all women with the same brush.
No, there's some fantastic women out there. You know, you found the right one. You're lucky enough to find the right one. It's brilliant. You know, you just hand in glove, but it's finding it. That's the hard one.
I think these days in the internet, it's few and far between, isn't it? You know, but here we go. It's one of those things, everybody. Don't worry about it. What will be, will be.
Cue hashtag all feminists now jumping on this video, and it'll probably go viral for all the wrong reasons. The sad part is they'll not see or want to hear what you're trying to say.
There you go. Anyway, that's our thoughts. Thank you very much.